Hey everyone, I'm in a bit of a situation here, and I could really use some outside perspective. My wife and I are both in our mid-20s, and we've been having some issues lately that are starting to get to me. Let me break it down for you. So last Friday, we had plans to go out for a nice dinner. You know, get dressed up, hit the town, have a good time. But when Friday rolled around, my wife said she was too tired and asked if we could postpone to Saturday instead. I was a little disappointed, but I figured, okay, no big deal. We can have a fun night out on Saturday instead. Saturday morning comes and we decide to run some errands. We head to Costco to stock up on groceries and household stuff. The whole time, I'm looking forward to our date night later. I'm thinking about where we might go, what we'll do, just excited for some quality time together, you know. Fast forward to Saturday evening. I start getting ready, thinking we'll be heading out soon. But then my wife drops the bomb. She's too tired to go out, again. At this point, I'm trying not to get frustrated, but come on, 2 nights in a row? So instead of going out, she says she wants to order takeout and eat at home. All right, I can roll with that. I suggest a few fast food places nearby, figuring it'll be quick and easy. But nope, she's not into any of those options. We go back and forth a bit and finally agree on this local restaurant we both like. Since I'm the one who's going to be picking up the food anyway, I figure it makes sense for her to call in the order while I get ready to head out. Seems logical, right? But when I ask her to make the call, she flat out refuses. She says, "No, I don't want to call. Ordering is too complicated." Which makes 0 sense to me because we know exactly what we want from this place. We order the same things every time. How hard is it to make a simple phone call? At this point, I'm just done. I've had it with the constant cancellations, the indecisiveness, the refusal to do even the smallest tasks. I'm tired of feeling like I'm the only one putting in any effort here. So you know what I did? I just gave up. I took a shower, heated up some leftovers from the fridge, and ate by myself while my wife fell asleep on the couch. Now I'm sitting here wondering, am I the asshole for not calling the restaurant myself? Am I really such a terrible husband for getting fed up with this whole situation? I mean, I get that everyone gets tired sometimes. I'm not expecting my wife to be a ball of energy 24/7. But it feels like every time we make plans, she finds a reason to back out. And when I try to compromise and find alternatives, she's not willing to meet me halfway. I'm starting to feel like I'm the only one trying to make things work in this relationship. It's not even about the restaurant order, really. It's about feeling like my efforts and desires are constantly being dismissed or ignored. I want to spend time with my wife, to go out and do things together, but it seems like she'd rather just stay home all the time, and even then, she expects me to do everything. Am I overreacting here? Should I have just sucked it up and made the call myself? Part of me feels guilty for getting so frustrated, but another part of me feels like I have a right to be upset. I'm not asking for much, just a little effort, a little consideration. I keep replaying the situation in my head, wondering if I could have handled it differently. Maybe I should have been more understanding of her tiredness. Maybe I should have pushed harder for us to go out, or been more insistent about her making the call. But at what point do I get to say, enough is enough? It's not like this is an isolated incident either. This has been a pattern for a while now. We make plans, she cancels at the last minute. We agree to do something, but then she's too tired or not in the mood. And it always seems to fall on me to make the arrangements, to do the calling, to handle everything. I love my wife, I really do. But I'm starting to feel more like her caretaker than her partner. I want us to be a team, to share responsibilities, to enjoy life together. But right now, it feels very one-sided. I'm worried about where this is heading. If we can't even manage to go out for dinner or make a simple phone call without it turning into an issue, what does that say about our relationship? Are we just incompatible in terms of energy levels and social needs, or is there something deeper going on that we need to address? I've tried talking to her about this before, but it never seems to lead anywhere. She'll apologize in the moment, maybe make an effort for a week or two, but then we're right back where we started. I don't want to nag or be constantly bringing up problems, but I also don't want to let resentment build up. Maybe I'm not communicating my feelings effectively. Maybe there's something going on with her that I'm not seeing or understanding. But I can't shake this feeling of frustration and disappointment. I know relationships take work, and there are always going to be ups and downs. But shouldn't there be more ups than downs? Shouldn't we both be putting in effort to make each other happy and to spend quality time together? I'm at a loss for what to do next. Do I just keep trying to plan things and hope eventually she'll follow through? Do I give up on trying to go out altogether and resign myself to a life of staying in? Do I push for couples counseling or some other kind of intervention? Part of me wonders if I'm being too demanding. Maybe my expectations are unrealistic. But then I look at other couples our age, and they seem to be able to go out and do things together without it turning into a whole ordeal. I don't want to compare our relationship to others, but it's hard not to when I see friends posting about their date nights and adventures while I'm sitting at home eating leftovers alone. I guess what I'm really asking is, where do I go from here? How do I address this issue without coming across as nagging or unsupportive? How do I find a balance between understanding her needs and having my own needs met? I want our relationship to work. I want us to be happy and to enjoy our time together. But right now, it feels like we're stuck in this cycle of disappointment and frustration, and I don't know how to break out of it. So, am I the asshole here? Should I have just made the call and let it go? Or am I right to be frustrated with the situation? I could really use some outside perspective on this, because I'm starting to doubt my own judgment. Thanks for listening to my rant, and any advice would be greatly appreciated.